Dateline 1940. Unstoppable men, men like Steve here, who are firm in spirit and fight for the world of tomorrow. Men who hold the torch of freedom high and battle for liberty. We've got a war to win, and we're going to win it. But when the enemy thinks they have the upper hand, we have the Rocketeer! Bless you, Rocketeer, and bless the USA! Hey there, Glenn at the Toy Temple, and today, we're taking a look at the Rocketeer from Diamond Select Toys. And when I was growing up, early 90s, I would watch the Rocketeer. It's a really, really fun movie. And also fun fact, the first Avenger, the Captain America movie, directed by the same guy. The Rocketeer action figure, though, comes with plenty of accessories. It's got a helmet, got two little rocket effects, got a little stand down there. You can probably see that. Box looks cool. It's kind of got that, big time artistic. Oh, it's got a word. What's the word? I think it's Art Deco. That's the word. Art Deco. On the back, it says, the discovery of a top-secret jetpack hurls test pilot Cliff Secord into a daring adventure of mystery, suspense, and intrigue. And yeah, it's a really good movie. Really ahead of its time. It didn't do so hot, so that's probably why you haven't watched it or heard of it. Made by Disney. Fun fact, next time you're at Hollywood Studios in Florida with Disney, there is a Rocketeer Easter egg while you're walking around. It's a place called Peavy's, and he's a character from the movie, and he's got the jetpack from the Rocketeer hanging up in his little frozen Coke stand. The Rocketeer isn't forgotten, but it's getting there. So maybe with this review, by the time it's over, you'll want to watch the movie. Who knows? But hey, let's crack it open, get a better look at it, and I hope you'll join me. And here's the Rocketeer out of the package. And do we really want to go the whole review staring at Cliff's face? I don't think so. So let's look at it real quick. So looking at Cliff's face, I don't know, he kind of looks dopey. He's got kind of a smirk going on. I do like that they added paint and a little bit of gloss to it, but he just kind of looks, his features are just too smooth. And I'm not exactly sure that looks like him. Here, let's put a side-by-side of the actor from that era. Not now. It's a little bit too late for that. They tried, but I mean, really, who's going to be posing this with the Cliff head? Not me. So let's do this. I'm going to swap the head on because this is a Rocketeer review, and I want to see some cool helmet action. And here's the real Rocketeer out of the package, and much better. This is the Rocketeer. So now we can actually review the figure properly. So first things first, he looks just like the Rocketeer. I mean, flat out, this is a great Rocketeer resemblance. He's got the big padded chest, the big rocket. Oh man, that rocket looks really good. Big. I mean, this thing, it's not going anywhere. It's, you're buying the Rocketeer for the helmet and the rocket. Come on. Where this figure suffers, though, is the articulation. And look at these legs. This is some ballerina. Wow. That's not great. Bad look. Bad look on those legs. The rest of it, not bad. Double ball peg on the head. Gives him a little bit of, concern. A little bit of attitude. He can look up somewhat. But then if you try to make him look too far up, that thing just busts right off. And I've said it before, but when you're flying, you're not staring directly down at the ground. You're staring up. And yeah, he can go slightly up, but I feel like he could go even further. Like that. Ugh, what a missed opportunity. But there's no real way featuring these accessories to pose him like that. So you'd need a stand or some other way to do that. So the rest of the figure, articulation, he's got shoulders that go all the way around, uninhibited by the jetpack straps, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, wrist, and then hinge on the wrist, which, I don't know, doesn't do hardly anything. Almost unnecessary. It does not have ab crunch, but his legs go forward. And speaking of the abs, look how they did this. Why on earth did they do that? It's very loose. I'm just going to super glue that on, but it's like, what were they thinking? That's an odd one. I'm trying to get all the negative out of the way, believe me. I'm going to talk about the stuff I really like here in a second. The knees are, okay, so the thigh swivel goes all the way down to the knee, which twists, and then it's a single jointed knee right there, which is, when you bend it, it doesn't look bad, truthfully. It doesn't look too bad. But then you go down to his ankles, he's got some pivot, but his boots can only go back that far. So he's got a little bit of articulation as you go down. The legs are really where it suffers with that articulation, but the rest of it's okay. I do wish he had more flighty hands, where he's like, sorry, Rocketeer, where he's flying like this instead of just the relaxed hand, or like a salute or something. Gripping hand. I know he didn't come with any gripping accessories, like a gun, which, why didn't he come with a gun? He shoots a ton of guns in the movie. He does tackle people wearing the Rocketeer, he just blasts right through them. But why not? So getting that out of the way. Oh my God, it's a Rocketeer action figure. Okay, time to gush. Look how good this looks. Wow, like the leather, it's got a black wash over it. They did each of the little dots on his chest with the little bits of gold. The pants are flared out so that they're kind of baggy. The boots are painted black and they look good too. And oh, it's really good. Okay, let's talk about the jetpack. So the jetpack's gray. They painted the tips, that gold. They got a little bit of a rusty gray look to the bottom. It is enormous. It's giant. It looks good. They even sculpted the little lines. There's a little pink button. Wow. This thing, I love it. It's a really good Rocketeer action figure. As someone who's a big fan of the movies, and I don't think the movie, I should say, I don't think he got enough credit. And yeah, it's a little bit old. The idea was a little old, even in the 90s, but this, how cool is this dude? Man, I'm going to put him right next to Cap. I'm going to find one of my Captain America action figures, and they're going to be my World War II action bros, and they're going to get the job done. He is impressive. I do like the stitching on the back for those baggy pants, those baggy pilot pants of his, and the straps right here, they're painted black on both sides. I really dig that. Man, look at that. They even got little strappies, and they painted the gold there. Oh my God. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Wow. Whew. Okay, so I got to gush. It's really good though. For Diamond Select, it's really good. I'm shocked at how accurate this looks. So let's do this. I'm going to take a look at the accessories real quick, do a size comparison, and then I'll come back for a final score. So accessory-wise, we've got some stuff, better than nothing. We've got a little stand, and that is for his feet, so that you can stand him up, and I don't know. He's not really, well, maybe it does go like this. Okay, that looks a little bit better. But if you're going to do one, why not both? Come on. At least, no one's going to be like, no one's going to stand him like that, you idiots. Come on. In addition, these little jetpack rocket dealies, they fit into the back of the rocket with some coercion, aka some muscle. They look okay. They've got like a little bit of like black speck on them. I don't know if that's what there was if that was intended, but they like, where is it there? Like, what is going on there? I'm gonna have to do something with that. They do have they look like little Jolly Ranchers. They're yellow to red, a little bit of orange in the center. They're sharp, ouch. But they look good. I'll probably just stick them up there and leave them, because that's really what's best for him. It's not going to inhibit his pose at all. So just leave them. What else am I going to do with them, you know? Taking those out, and the head. So let's get the head off. The Rocketeer helmet, nice, kind of a washed. It's got gold, and then they kind of did a black over it. Looks really good. This is really neat to have in my hand, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. They haven't made Rocketeer toys in forever. Wow. It's been a while, I'll say that. And here's your size comparison between a couple Marvel Legends and the Rocketeer. I don't have too many other figures in this scale. He's kind of a 6.5, 7-inch size. So Thor, he scales on the larger end. Pretty much every Thor MCU figure does. But then you've got Red Skull here, and yeah, there's a little bit of a size difference. But he may not scale super well with your Marvel Legends, but he may just barely fit in. Because, I mean, at this point, Disney, Marvel, it's all the same. So it's technically the same universe. So, what do I think about the Rocketeer? Well, I think it's a very excellent likeness. I really like it. A lot of good stuff about it. The accessories are okay. I do wish he came with the additional hands. But otherwise, it's a solid looking figure. The articulation's a little not there, but what a great looking figure. Oh, I love it. But the main thing is, we're not going to get too many real Rocketeer figures in the future. So I was at Walgreens. I was staring at it. I think it cost like 16 bucks. I said, Glenn, when's the next time you're going to get a really decent looking Rocketeer action figure? And you know what? By the time I had already asked myself that, I was walking out the store with a receipt in my hand with a newly purchased Rocketeer action figure. So, do I recommend it? Maybe. If you were a 90s kid like me and saw this several times on syndicated television growing up, you know, when either Fox or CBS didn't have a football game to show that particular Sunday, I say pick it up. If you really like the Rocketeer, if you love those old style movies, or I don't know, just if you like the design, how's this? If you like it, buy it. How's that? I think that sums it up. I like it. I bought it. I'm happy I did. I'm going to give it a good accessory, 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5. Super nostalgic for it. It gets a little bit of a pass on certain things, but a 4 out of 5 I think is very fair. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Hit like, share, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what a sequel would have. Can you imagine a Rocketeer sequel? Wow. I can't even imagine, but maybe you can. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Check me out on Instagram and Twitter, both at the Toy Temple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love. Pardon me. Oh, yes, no problem.